What's up, guys? It's your boy Stevie D here, and I wanted to make a quick video because I always get asked about dodging and burning and how do I dodge and burn. Dodge and burn is probably one of my most favorite methods to retouching skin. It keeps the skin looking natural and doesn't look as fake and plastic as some of the other methods. Um, do not gauge and blur skin. It is the worst. So please tell all your friends that Stevie D said, do not gauge and blur. Matter of fact, that's what the D means in Stevie D. It means don't gauge and blur. But anyway, uh, dodge and burn is probably the hardest, easiest uh, tool in Photoshop. A lot of people don't get it. I didn't get it. I'm still learning about it. I'm still tweaking it. But I felt comfortable enough to share what I knew at this point about dodge and burn. And I guess the guys who like my work like it too, so they wanted to know how I did it. So here we go. Enough babbling. So this image, it's not my image, so I'll let you guys know that right off the bat. This is not my image. I downloaded this image from edible.photos.com. It is a very great resource to use if you want to practice retouching. Unfortunately, all my images are already retouched, so I downloaded this one just to show you guys my dodge and burn method. All right, so this is how it looks when I got done, and this is the raw image. This is when I downloaded the file. This is exactly how it looked. I did some cleaning and healing, and then this is how it looked after I dodge and burn. As you can see, dodging and burning really smooths out the transitions. It really helps with color toning, things like that. Um, so I like using that method. And this is actually how it looked when I finished retouching the image. Mhm. Pretty nice, not too overdone. But let me show you how I set up my dodge and burn. I use two curved layers, one dodge, one burn, and then I paint white on the mask to dodge and burn. So let me show you how it's done. Uh, First thing I do is I open up a curves layer, and I take this midpoint right here, and then I bring it all the way down to about right here. Some people go down a little further, some go to the left, some go to the right, but what works best for me is I go about right there. And then I'm going to invert this mask right here to black. So it's Command I on a Mac. I don't know what it is on a PC because I haven't used a PC in years. So I apologize, all the PC users. Go get a Mac. And I change this to burn because that's the burn layer. And then I do the same thing for dodge. So open up another curves layer, curves layer, Jesus. And I take this point up again, all the way to about right there. And then invert it, name it dodge. And then I put it in a group. Name it dodge and burn, or DNB. So now I set this up. What do I do next? Well, I can use my brush tool and I can paint white on the image, but that doesn't look very nice. So what I want to do is I want to take my opacity down to about 70%. This is how I do it. This is the only way that works for me. I've been trying other methods. I know some people use um, low opacity, high flow. Some use the method I'm using, low flow, you know, high opacity. But for the demonstration, I'm going to show you high opacity and low flow. Try to say that 3 times in a row. So what I want to do is I want to lighten with dodge the areas that are too dark. So I'm just going to paint on some areas that are too dark. I'm using a Wacom tablet, which if you don't have one, please go get one because they are the bomb. That was horrible. But I know a lot of you are wondering, how the hell am I able to see the areas that need to be dodged versus burned? I'm so glad you asked that question. I had that trouble when I first started dodging and burning, but a good friend of mine who's a fantastic retoucher, his name is Jesus Vilka, told me how to train my eyes on how to spot what I need to dodge and burn. So the first thing I do is open up a hue saturation layer, take my saturation all the way down to -100, and now we got a colorless image. But we're not done yet. Now what we want to do is go to curves again. Oops, wrong one. That's exposure. That's not curves. This is curves. And the only thing we're going to do at this stage is we're going to change the blending mode to multiply. Wow, look at that. That looks horrible. But as you can see, I'll change the name to iHelp. I hope I don't get sued from Apple. iHelp, get it? iPhone, iPad. I'm not funny. Okay, whatever. So I'll go on my dodge layer and I can see this area right here. You can see the darkness right here compared to the lightness there. Lightness there. It's a little lighter there. This area, there's a lot of different shadows and stuff going on there. So we're going to start over here. And what I like to do when I dodge and burn is I try to zoom out as far as I can, because if you dodge and burn like this, you'll be doing it forever and you'll get lost, and by the time you look at that image, it'll look horrible. So make sure that you're zoomed out just a little bit so you can actually see and don't get lost in the dodge and burning. So let me get started a little bit. I'll show you guys a little bit of dodging and burning. And I'm not going to do a whole lot. I just want to show you some of the dodging and burning. And I know this is probably horrible, so be cool. So, and that's probably my wife laughing. She's watching TV. She's not laughing at me though. She likes me a little bit. Come on, welcome. Come on, welcome. Not making it bigger. That's what she said. No, I'll do a little bit. I'll dodge a little bit. I'll burn a little bit. I'll come up here. I'll dodge a little bit more. And I'll do this until the skin tone looks even. I mean, I've done a horrible job, but you can definitely see the difference. So I'll throw that away. As you can see, this is my actual dodge and burn, what I did earlier. And I smoothed out the light transition pretty good. And that's how Stevie D dodges and burns. I mean, it just takes a lot of practice, a lot of time. With practice, you'll get it. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to. I'm not really an expert at it. I'm still an amateur, but it has taken my retouch to another level because now the skin looks real, which what we want to do when we're retouching skin. We want the skin to look as real as possible, not fake. So I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope it's been educational. I hope it's a tip that you can use for your skin retouching. And don't gauge and blur. Just remember that. Don't gauge and blur. Dodge and burn instead. Okay? So, holla at your boy. See you later. Peace.